go with it. Hello everybody and welcome to this Christmas edition of Inky Art School. Although it's not Inky Art School, it's just a drawing tutorial. I thought it was high time that we drew some Christmassy stuff. So I've got my Christmas jumper on. Look, there we go. Happy little polar bear. And my scabby nail polish was looking awful, so I repainted red over the top today to make us super festive. And I stole this from the kids this morning, but you can barely see it. Looks nice, huh? Mia was going bananas that I pinched that. But there we go. So, thank you all for watching. Let's do some drawing. Today we're going to draw, now I'm going to say poinsettia, but I don't even know that's how you say it. You know, like those red Christmas flowers. We're going to draw that. We're going to draw holly and mistletoe and a little bit of ivy, because holly and ivy just go so nicely together. I'll show you how to draw each individual one, and then we're going to draw like a little garland. So I am going to draw on my layout paper, and I'm going to use my usual drawing tools. Oh no, I've just remembered I've been messing about with this camera, so the lighting might be a little bit funny. Let's go. Let's try this. If it's a bit tricky. Oh, that was me practicing. Don't look at that. I've just given the game away. Right. Nice clean sheet of paper. I am drawing on a layout paper. And the first thing that we're going to do is draw some... Oh, this light just went out. I don't know why that's happened. We're going to draw some holly. So I am using... I'm going to zoom in a little bit because... Make sure that we can still focus so that you can see. I am using my Staedtler clicky pencil. There are a few people after Inky Art School saying, why does she always recommend Staedtler stuff? Does she get paid to? No, I used to be their brand ambassador. I've always been a fan. I'm still just a fan. So no formal agreement with Staedtler. I just really like their stuff, so I use it. Let's start off by drawing some holly. So I draw holly like this. First of all, I begin with 3 berries. So just draw a single wee circle. And I'm going to do all my circles the same size, then another one, and then another one. And they're sort of in that triangle shape. Now I'm going to draw a straight line coming out from here, and another one from here. And then we're going to draw, this is the sort of middle of the holly leaves. And then I draw a curly, well, sort of a curved line like that. Another one like that, one like this. And then we do the other side. And you see how that's like not massively straight? I don't really bother about that. I think that looks okay. And then that one there. So that's a simple little holly leaf. You could, I like to add sometimes an extra little leaf in here. And I'm going to do this one a little bit smaller. I think the variation in scale is quite sweet. Then I'm going to grab my pen. What am I going to use? I'm going to use a 0.2 Staedtler liner. Let me just see if I can get all your comments to come up. Oh, somebody's saying sound's not working. I think other people can get the sound to work, Irene. Make sure your volume's turned up. Don't know why I'm shouting. It's like what you do when you're on holiday and people don't speak English. Just shout. So ignorant. Never mind. Right. Can everyone else hear me? Right, everyone says they can hear okay. Right, here we go. We're going to ink these little berries. I get a lot of comments whenever we do these lives that we didn't get notifications and the link isn't working and I can't see the video. Folks, it's just Facebook, you know, it's such a huge platform, and there's not much that I can do. I'm sort of quite limited to how much I can control on the platform, so we have tried to schedule the live this time to see if that helps. But if you missed the start, don't worry, because this will get posted onto my regular page, like just my Johanna Basford page, not the Inky Art School one, as soon as we're finished, and you can just watch it back. No biggie. Right, I'm going to add a few little lines like this. And that's our holly. Quite simple, isn't it? Another thing you could do is when you're drawing your holly leaves, like here's some holly leaf variations. So I always start off with that first line. So let me just draw a few leaves and show you alternate ways to ink them. Just quickly do these ones. So you could, for example, do this and draw the outline. And then draw another outline just inside it. So that would be like one variation. Here's another. You could do this. You could draw the line like that and then do these little veins even on both sides. There you go. Or you could do this. Like a little line, few dots, little line, few dots, and just a dot in each little cornery apex spiky bit. So that's just a basic holly piece. Oh, someone just said, can we draw a Christmas tree? Well, just off the top of my head, this is how I would draw a tree. I would draw the line first in the middle. And then, so this is like how we were taught to do it when we were little. A triangle, a triangle with no point, triangle with no point. Then the base. But I guess this is kind of how I would do it now. Like that. I think the key here is to draw this line first down the middle. I kind of got off on a bit of a tangent with that. We weren't even meant to be doing Christmas trees. But there you go. This has been inked. It's important to draw in pencil first, then in ink. Leave the ink to dry completely and then we'll erase it. Let's do a little bit of mistletoe. So the way I draw mistletoe is one large circle to start with. So almost exactly the same as the holly. And then I'm going to do another one almost poking behind it. Maybe you can see that. So it's not a full circle, it's sort of like overlapping. And then I'm going to do another one overlapping as well. And I might make the top one the largest, this one the middle, and then this one smaller. Now I'm going to do, it's like a long teardrop shape. And I basically just do it like that. Sort of coming out of the berries in different ways. I don't really know how to explain that other than it's like a long teardrop emerging from behind those berries. And then I would draw a little stem, twig. Always looks better if it's a little bit knobbly. And then a couple of wee leafy bits on there as well. So that's mistletoe. Let's draw ivy and then I'll ink it. For the ivy, I'm going to try and keep this in frame. So for ivy leaves, draw a straight line first, then one side and the other side. So you've basically got just a regular teardrop shaped leaf. And then I add a little leaf on that side and a little leaf on this side. I'll show you that again. Straight line up, well, slightly curved. Draw a teardrop shape. Little leaf on one side and a little leaf on the other side. There we go. Right, let's ink it. Okie dokie. So we'll do the mistletoe first. So this big berry, and then these ones. Now with the mistletoe, there's a certain degree of winging it that comes into things when you're drawing these elongated teardrop shapes. I know that this doesn't look exactly like mistletoe, but it kind of looks near enough to me that I think people know what it is, especially when you draw it with the holly at this time of year. And that's sort of stylized drawing. It's more of it's more like a drawing code, so people know what you mean without you actually having to do a perfectly brilliant botanical drawing of it. Excuse me. Okay, now, what is going on here? There's all sorts of crazy things going happening on Facebook today. I'm seeing this post is expired, this live stream isn't happening. Well, it is happening because I can see your comments, so we'll just ignore that. With these long teardrops here, I like to do a few little dots. These are so small, I don't think you can even see them. I'll just do them and then hold the page up. You see that? There you go, a little bit of mistletoe. And for the holly, even though we drew this as like one leaf and then two separate ones, when you ink it, draw it all as one outline. So that first teardrop shaped leaf becomes just becomes the whole leaf. So when we erase these pencil lines, you're not going to see that and that. So that's how you would build it up to make what looks like a perfectly composed 3-part leaf, just as one. Now let's put a little bit of detail in here. This will be a bit clearer once we've inked it. Right, I'm just going to leave that there for a wee minute, eh? There we go. So once your ink is completely dried, we're going to erase it. I am using this eraser here. I took a look at those dustless erasers. I think I've actually got one. I think I might have a Faber-Castell one. They're really waxy almost. I don't know if they're meant to be. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not really massively sure I like them. I do like this one. Keep it nice and clean or you're going to smudge everything. And that was another top tip. Use like the chubby bit of your fist and roll it over just to check that your ink is all dry. Looking good. And then we're just going to gently erase it. So this is a perfect little tutorial if you want to draw a little bit of inky foliage in the corner of your gift tags, you know, when you're addressing parcels, on the outside of your Christmas card envelopes, place settings at your Christmas table, all those lovely things. You can even make your own Christmas cards. But yeah, we'll just rub out these Christmas trees. We'll get them out of the way. But it's a really lovely way to add a personal bit of detail to something that's maybe been shop bought, because let's face it, we aren't all going to hand make 100 Christmas cards, but you could buy some pretty Christmas cards and then just add a little bit of inky detail to them, either inside or on the envelope, and that would work perfectly. So now poinsettia. I was working out how I was going to do this for you earlier. Here's my cheat sheet. It's a behind the scenes look. That's what we're going to do. So let's do it on a new sheet of paper. What I'm going to do is draw a circle in the middle about that big. So like that's the point of my pencil, and you can see how large it is. And then all the way around it, draw smaller circles so they surround it like that. Now remember this from Inky Art School and from my book if you've got it. If you draw lines top and bottom, left and right, like that. Now we're going to draw a petal here and here and here and here. Now we haven't drawn a circle around here to get these petals all exactly the same size. I don't think that really matters. We'll just wing it. And then I'm going to draw another couple of lines, another 4 lines in those gaps. There we go. And then draw another 4 petals. Now if I'm going a bit fast for you, don't worry at all, this video will be posted to my page as soon as it's over. You can watch back anytime and go as slow as you want and pause it and all those good things. Now we're going to add some extra little triangles in here to make the flower even fuller. Excuse me, I'm so sorry folks. I'm going to have a drink of water. Right, so that's our basic flower shape. If you want to add a leaf, I would do one of these kind of ones, like a big floppy scallop shaped leaf with a central vein and then a few lines coming that way. Right, shall we ink this? I'm going to use a slightly larger pen this time because I'm not sure if you can see the 0.2 that well. This is 0.3. And we'll start off by doing this circle in the middle and then our ones around the outside. And then let's draw our petals. So the poinsettia, or however you say it, this Christmas flower, we'll call it that, is actually drawn the same way as one of the basic flowers in the How to Draw book, which exactly illustrates to you my point that you just need to learn a method and then you can adapt it to draw loads of different things. So even though this poinsettia flower is based on, I think it's like a daisy or maybe a sunflower or something that's in the How to Draw book, you can easily tweak it to be a different type of flower. Now we'll do these little bits in here. There we go. I'm going to add some little dots around here. And then let's do a line and a few dots coming from here. And the same from here. And let's just do these ones as well. There we go. Right, I'm going to leave that ink to dry and then I'll flip it back. I'll leave the camera there and then I'm going to erase the pencil. And then we can try our little garland. So this was a garland that I was drawing the other day when I was practicing. This one is just holly. What we'll do is we'll maybe do a slightly larger one and we'll do a mix of holly, mistletoe, well, holly and ivy, mistletoe and poinsettia. All the Christmas foliage in one go. It's quite nice that though, isn't it? It's really simple. Look at the size of it. Like, so that's the size of my eraser. It's not massive. You could do one of them and just write everyone's name inside it for their seat at the Christmas dinner table. You could write joy inside and photocopy it and make it into a nice little Christmas card. Some good ideas. Some good ideas there, folks. Right. While we're speaking about Christmas cards, and I'm still waiting for that to dry, I was sent this in the post this week from a lovely lady called Suzanne. And she was one of my Inky Art School pupils. And look what she's made! She made her own Christmas cards this year for a few special friends and family members. And she sent me one. It's so pretty. Well done, Suzanne. And she sent me a lovely little letter. But look at that. So gorgeous. Very festive. Poinsettia there. Big Christmas bauble. She's done some symmetrical work. I loved it. It's exactly this kind of stuff that makes me super happy because, yeah, you did it, Suzanne. It's so lovely. Well done. I bet everyone that gets one of these is just absolutely delighted. Right. Let's erase this pencil. There we go. So it's pretty simple, but you could use that basic technique and keep adding petals all around it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger, or you can keep it just at those few layers of petals. Do you know what I've just noticed? I didn't do one. Look, this is missing a petal in here. There should be one sticking in there if you're going to be exactly symmetrical. Oh well, never mind. That's nature. That's my excuse for everything. Oh, it's nature. It's not meant to be perfect. Now, let's try our garland. So I'm going to use my protractor, which I love. However, if you don't have one of these or you find it a bit difficult to use, you could just draw around the bottom of a glass or cup or something. You just need a circle. Doesn't even need to be a circle actually, you could do a square if you wanted. I just find a circle pleasing. Okay, so that's my circle. Again, just size check. Look, that's the size of my eraser. I might have actually gone a bit too small on that. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. Or maybe I can't. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Oh well, we'll go with this. Okay, so we'll start off. I'm going to do the one poinsettia, I think, just down here. And we'll start with it like that. So that's the little circles all around the edge. And then this is my... So instead of doing straight up and down, left and right, I've kind of tilted or rotated it a little. And I'm going to do it like this instead. So here are my petals. So that's the first 4. And then I'm going to do the ones that go in the gaps. That one looks massive. And then let's do... Yeah, let's do more in these little gaps here. I'll remember and do one in every gap this time. There we go. Which is a bit lopsided, isn't it? Let me just try and fix that a little bit. Right, and then because we're doing it in a sphere is our garland, let's make our leaves curve around with the circle. But I'm also going to do one like this, just sort of creeping out a little bit. And then let's do some holly here. So the way that I'm going to do the garland is to basically have different bits dotted around it, and then we'll connect them all up with a adjoining sort of stem. So here's some holly, here's some ivy, like inky ivy. Let's do a bit more holly. Holly's my favourite. When I was little, I imagined I was going to have twin girls at Christmas, and I was going to call them not Holly and Ivy, but Holly and Robin. And even as I got older, I thought that was going to happen. You know how you just get those weird ideas in your head? I don't know how I would cope with twins. I barely cope with one at a time. Twin mothers, I've got so much respect for you. And then you hear about these people that are like mums to triplets. Oh my word! I just can't get around that. Even now, my kids don't sleep through the night. We had a shocker last night, so much so that I had to tell Evie and Mia this morning that I think it's highly likely that our elf on the shelf is going to be reporting back to Santa tonight, saying that they're being really bad at sleeping and he might not be back for a few days. I could well see that happening. So, you know, they've been warned. Right, enough of my whinging about my lack of sleep. I realise there's some people with newborns that are actually getting no sleep. You poor people. Right. So I'm going to also do a few of these sort of little like a sprig with a circle in the end. I'm not really sure what kind of berries these are. In my head, I just call them, oh yeah, let's draw some winter berries just to fill in those spaces. I'm not really sure what a winter berry is. There's a little bit of ivy down there. There we go. So if you don't like the poinsettia, you could just do this stuff all the way around. I quite like that that's a big heavy flower offsetting it, but that's just a personal thing. You would have to sort of do what takes your fancy. Gosh, Facebook is being weird today. I'm just going to stop looking. Every time I look, I'm like, oh, it's doing a weird thing. Why is it not showing that? Oh, well, who knows? Right, let's ink this. So I'm going to be putting out a newsletter tomorrow with some exciting news that I'm delighted to share with you about Inky Art School. So make sure you are signed up for the newsletter. Just go to my website and click on the pop-up, or go to newsletter, or go to johannabasford.com/inky email, because my newsletter is called Inky Email. Obs. So yeah, exciting announcement about Inky Art School on there. Also, in the newsletter, what have I got? Hold on, I was writing my list. Newsletter, Inky Art School. This Christmas tutorial will probably make another appearance. I found this thing, a box of 200 pencils. Oh, do you know what? I'm honestly just including this in the newsletter in case anyone that knows me well enough to know my husband could be like, hey, get her this for Christmas. It's a huge Christmas present. It's a box of 200 pencils for like drawing and writing. It would be like the Christmas present of dreams. You would have to be on this seriously nice list to get that. I'm going to post it just in case. Hint, hint. Like, I'm just not a girl that particularly wants handbags or perfume. I just really love stationery and pencils. Do you remember, people in the UK, this'll resonate with you if you were in your... Oh, now there's a flashing light on my camera. Good grief, why would that be flashing? Well, it's not this camera, so we'll just keep going with this. Wait till I just give a few cables a nudge in case we've come unplugged. How odd. Oh, it's a battery light. Oh my gosh. Right, hold on, folks. Hold on. Gonna just go down the back of my desk, wiggle a few plugs. I wonder why that's happening. Sometimes I accidentally unplug the... Oh, I know what it is. Alright, true story. I had the power cable plugged into the microphone socket. Oh my word, you can't make this stuff up. I'm surprised that didn't blow up or something. I'd unplugged it yesterday to try and use the power adapter in something else, and must have plugged it into the wrong place. Right. Let's ink these winter berries. Oh yeah, so I was going to say, anyone that is in the UK in the like late 90s and would watch Going Live on a Saturday morning, they had a phoning competition, and one of the prizes you could win was a pen set, and I think it had 100 different pens, and it was a big box with like Sharpies and clicky pencils and highlighters and felt tip pens, and there was other prizes you could win. For example, a PlayStation, a mountain bike, a Walkman, all those kind of things. Oh, I just really wanted that pen set, and it was it was almost the booby prize. If you didn't do very well on the phone-in, you might just get the pen set. You could tell people were a bit disappointed when they got it. It was just, oh, I'd love that pen set. So there you go. I like to think that I'm not too high maintenance. Good pen set and I'm happy. Right, this is looking alright. I think I'm going to add a few more details to this. Poinsettia down here. When you're inking, I've done a really bad thing actually. I should have started over here and worked this way because I'm right-handed. I'm now going to have to lean over this flower to ink this side, and probably going to smudge the ink. I mean, this is dry now because luckily I'd carry on with the power cable and it's given it enough time. But if you're doing this and you've forgotten to start on that side and you're right-handed, the easiest thing to do would just be to turn your paper, and then you wouldn't. Oh, actually, I prefer it better. I like it better like that. Isn't that strange how that changes it? You would just rotate your paper and then you wouldn't have to put your hand in the ink. But I'll just keep it here for now. Little holly berries. There we go. I've got a new video to post tomorrow. I've been experimenting with teaching myself how to edit my own videos because I always feel like I've got loads to say. Unbelievable, huh? And I just don't think a blog is really the place to do it anymore. So I was experimenting with making videos, but I find the minute I get somebody in to help me film and edit them, I sort of change what I'm saying, and it's just not as personable, is that the right word? As it is when I'm doing a live, but obviously the quality isn't great when I'm doing a live, as you can tell, because had this been a pre-record, I will be editing out that carry on with the power cable, but you all got to witness it and know how silly I am. So yeah, I've been experimenting with filming my own videos and learning how to edit them. Admittedly, just on iMovie at the moment, but already I'm finding that it's a little bit restrictive in terms of what it can do. So hopefully, as I get better at it and quicker, I can share more and more videos with you. I'll still do the lives because I know you appreciate how cack-handed I am when it comes to technology. Must give you a good laugh. And I like seeing your comments. It's a bit different when I'm just filming it myself and editing it. It's quite nice to know that there's people on the other end. Right, I'm going to leave that there for a wee second. So you can see it. And then I'll flip the camera back again. What time is it? 2:36. Oh, every time. Hi. Something really odd is happening on Facebook. At the moment, it's showing me on my monitor me drawing that Christmas tree, which was ages ago. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully though, that Christmas tutorial worked and you got to see how to draw some stuff. I'll hop back on in a minute and just like go through all your comments and make sure it has worked. If it hasn't, I'll maybe do like a little time lapse and try and film it separately. But I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Do you always use a... Yeah, see, some people... I'm seeing some comments. Yes, I do always use a pencil first, somebody has just asked. I find that if you try and draw an ink straight away, I get really nervous. And if you make mistakes, obviously you can't rub out ink. But if you do it in pencil first, you can make changes and alterations, all those good things. And then you can just draw over it in ink. And if you're using layout paper like this, that's super thin, you don't need to draw over the pencil and then erase it. You could just layer up your paper and draw on a clean sheet. Inky Art School, I told you all about that there. Make sure you're on board for the Inky Art School announcement coming soon, very soon. I think that'll help you if you're wondering about that. I've not done a live since Inky Art School, I don't think, apart from the stuff that we did around the Inky World Challenge. What did I do? World record, Inky World record. Whew, that was bananas on so many levels. Okay. I get so distracted by the comments. I need to just focus. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that was useful. I hope it's given you some ideas for how you can be creative this Christmas and do some little bits and pieces to make your Christmas a bit more handcrafted without having to like do anything bananas. For example, lino cut 500 Christmas cards for everybody in your office. Don't do that. You would like really lose the joy. A little bit of holly on the side of a Christmas card. Perfect. Beautiful. I thought I had some other things to show you, but I don't. I was going to show you a copy of Johanna's Christmas in case you were looking for a Christmas colouring book. It's always a winner. I've been posting about it a lot. If you're on social media and look on one of my channels, you'll see a picture of it there. But if you have already got that and you're looking for something different for Christmas gifting, give somebody How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. I have it here. It's a really good Christmas present, and I realise I'm entirely biased when I say that, but I think it's good because it's something that people can do either during the festive holidays but also for the rest of the year. So if you know somebody who is thinking about making a change for the new decade, new year, New Year's resolutions, going to be a bit more mindful, come off their phones a bit, start a new hobby, this is a cracker. It's not like a gym membership, which is just going to taunt you, and after mid-January it's just going to be really expensive and annoying. This is like actually a new hobby and a lifestyle change that you can sustain for an entire year, if not the rest of your life, like I do. And it can have a positive effect on your well-being and mental health. Everybody is a winner. Right, I'm really conscious of the time. Oh, my computer's got 13% battery. I'm one of those people that gets really anxious when they see the battery symbol go red, like I just saw on my camera. I cannot believe I did that. Power socket into the microphone hole. What do you call that bit? It is a hole. Connector? Plug? Socket? Who knows? Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'll read your comments and reply soon. Thank you. Bye!